This is JSalvador Ramos, creator, proprietor, artist, creative director
Sometimes, sure.
for the Super Emo Friends, which have really taken the nation by storm. So Jay,
Javier.
how long have you been doing the Super Emo Friends?
It's going to be 6 years. We're old now. We're getting old and tired, and we have to go we have to go to the doctor and get checkups. But
Drink our Metamucil.
yeah, we gotta stay
juice.
healthy. We gotta do our exercise. So that's kind of the idea now. It's like keep it active, keep it going, keep painting, keep pushing. So I've just tried to do as many things as I can without being too lazy and without overworking.
Cool. And so, how did the Super Emo Friends come about? What sparked the movement 6 years ago?
It was just a sad thing that happened in my life, and then I just felt like I want to feel better, I guess. So I painted sad characters,
And sad they are.
And-
Some of these are actually just depressing.
I try to go dark sometimes, yeah. But I just painted and cheered me up, and then I shared with people like, oh yeah, I painted these over the weekend. Sorry, I'm so bummed out, but here's my paintings that cheered me up, and everybody liked them. And they said, you need to make prints of these. You need to put them online. I'm just like, really? Like, why does anybody care about like sad stuff? And then it went crazy.
People like emotions, as evidenced by what has been a pretty successful run so far. You're doing cons, you're doing shows. How's all of that shaping into?
I mean, I'm just the babysitter. I know that people like these things, and everybody at the conventions like them, so I just take them to all the conventions. Like going to Disneyland or, McDonald's or something, for the day to treat yourself to some unhealthy things.
Cool. And usually, what is on average a typical like fan response when you're showing these off at these shows?
Mostly like awe and tears, and sometimes I get
Have you had anybody
yelled
had
at.
like a complete emotional breakdown?
Yes, it was a proud moment almost, but I don't know, because she saw this painting and she like choked up and she turned around and ran. It's not good for sales though,
Did you feel bad about that? That's pretty messed up.
It was nice to know that a little painting like that could be that powerful for somebody.
Cool.
So it was interesting, because it's like ever since I was a kid, I'd draw something, like see people's reaction to it. I'm like, oh, that's cool, and that became like my language, is like just drawing and getting feedback. Sorry, there's bugs in here too.
LA bugs are the street smart bugs. They're
Nasty
punk
gnats.
rock art scene here in LA. And also now you've also ventured outside of what started off as the main framework for like a typical emo friend. You've got scenes now from various movies and comics. You did like the Guardians of the Galaxy one with the tape flowing out, and
Yeah.
when did you start realizing like you wanted to take it out of just their little box of emotion?
Well, because I love movies and I love storyboarding and everything like that, and so I see things as like these shots in movies. They're like, oh, there's a really powerful way the shot is composed for this emotional scene. So I just kind of want to paint stuff like that too, and push, because drawing these guys like little doll character looking, I mean, that's like easy. So to me, it gets a little old. So I'm like, I need a challenge. I want to do perspective. I want to do like multiple character, like background. So it's just fun to do like the entire shot instead of a solid background.
Does that challenge involve like how often do you cry?
Oh, I mix it up in the paint sometimes to like.
So you're literally
water it
putting
down.
like tears into this art.
No, just when
Tears of joy?
when I feel sad, or I feel like, holy whatever, that's
You can say shit.
that, like,
you can say shit.
that like gets me, and I'm like, okay, I need to paint that. Like that's it. That's basically what happens. It's a little orgasmic, emotional like experience. Just like, Oh, that's sad.
And how long? I mean, and long ago you also took it out of just showing it to your friends. You're doing shows, but even now here at a gallery in downtown LA at the Hive,
Melting.
how has that shit worked into it? How does the gallery scene work for you versus doing shows and?
Yeah, the gallery world is a lot different than the convention world, and I didn't really get into the convention until after the gallery. So it's kind of cool seeing that my experience in the gallery, like framing and displaying and like quality of work, like taking that onto a convention floor where a lot of people there aren't really showing in a lot of galleries. So it was like, oh, this is interesting. Like,
he's bringing a pedigree of excellence.
I try, because having the influence of painters everywhere and like people that I look up to, people that inspire me, being in a gallery keeps you on your toes,
And that inspiration has also led you outside of that. You've also got a series called The Fast Food Felons, where you're making fun of.
What are you drinking there?
Sorry, it's hot. Cold beverage, and you make fun of some of these businesses,
I feel sick.
like KFC.
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
How did you start making fun of these businesses that?
It's really hot in here. Can I? Wait, no, that would be a sin. I went to college and took a class about global problems. And I read this book, and there's this chapter on the meat industry and pollution, and it's just like it was like reading the book of Revelation out of the Bible. I'm just like, oh my god. But right. But no, this was a guy who was a scientific. I don't know what it was, an analysis, numbers, and everything. Yeah. But yeah, like Bible verses and everything. But no, it was like scary. Like I started having nightmares about like the end of the world because of fast food, and thinking about like monsters and like mutation and environmental catastrophe, and so I just started painting stuff like that to just like, hey, this is a fun idea because it's terrifying, and because it's real in a way. So.
And have you gotten a response that's similar to what you get with your emo friends?
Oh, the kids love it.
They like the gory.
Nobody wants to feel that way. That's just interesting. Like the emo friends are like, oh, but when they see like Ronald McDonald like crying
while
on a
they're
pile
eating their
of
filet
trash,
of fish. And
they're just like, oh,
Jumbo Jack.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I'm glad that you feel that way. So it's fun too. Like the mythology of it. It's like science fiction. It's like Toxic Avenger meets fast food.
Have you had any input or attempted input coming in from a McDonald's or from a Burger King trying to tell you like, hey, we're nicer to our meat than that. They don't live that horrible. I mean,
well, I think that I'm part of a conversation that's out there that causes commercials like Chipotle to say like, oh, these are all antibiotic or free, or like that kind of like edge that these other companies are like McDonald's is starting to fail because they can't go around talking like that. So I feel like I can contribute to a conversation a little bit, like, oh, that I know what you're trying to say about that, and it's kind of interesting.